The studio of The View glowed under bright daytime lights. Everything looked polished, perfect makeup, flawless hair, cue cards neatly stacked on the table. The audience applauded as the theme music faded. It was a normal broadcast day, but everyone behind the scenes knew this episode mattered. The guest of the day was Meryl Streep, an icon, a legend, a woman whose presence alone commanded silence. She walked onto the set calmly, dressed in understated elegance. No flash, no excess, just quiet authority. The applause grew louder as she greeted the hosts and took her seat. Joy Behar smiled broadly, leaning forward with practiced ease. "Welcome, Meryl," Joy said warmly. "It's great to finally have you back." "Thank you, Joy," Meryl replied with a polite smile, her voice soft but steady. The first minutes passed smoothly. They talked about Meryl's latest film, her decades-long career, and how Hollywood treats women over 60. The audience laughed at light jokes. The mood felt friendly, comfortable, too comfortable. Joy adjusted her glasses and glanced briefly at her notes. Then she looked up directly at Meryl. "Meryl," she began casually, "you've often been described as the moral compass of Hollywood." Meryl tilted her head slightly. "That's a heavy title?" Joy chuckled. "Well, some people think actors today, especially very famous ones, use their platform to lecture the public. Politics, social issues, do you think that ever goes too far?" The temperature in the room shifted. Meryl paused. "Just a second too long for live television." She smiled faintly. "I think silence goes too far," she said calmly. A few people in the audience clapped. Joy nodded, but her expression tightened. "But viewers tune in for entertainment," Joy continued. "Not sermons." Meryl's eyes stayed locked on Joy's. "Sometimes entertainment reflects reality," she said. "And reality isn't always comfortable." The applause was louder now, uneven, divided. Joy leaned back slightly, crossing her arms. "Some critics say your public speeches come across as condescending." That word landed hard. A hush fell over the studio. Even the other hosts stopped moving. Meryl leaned back in her chair, her posture relaxed, but her gaze sharpened. "Condescension," she said slowly, "often sounds like confidence to those who expect women to stay quiet." A ripple ran through the audience. Joy forced a laugh. "I'm just asking what people are saying." "And I'm answering honestly," Meryl replied. The smiles were gone now. The storm had begun. Joy leaned forward again, her voice firmer. "You're avoiding the question," she said. "Do you believe celebrities should have that much influence over public opinion?" Meryl folded her hands in her lap. "I believe every citizen has a voice," she said. "Fame doesn't cancel responsibility, it increases it." Joy shook her head. "Or inflates ego?" The audience gasped. One of the co-hosts shifted uncomfortably, trying to interrupt, but Joy continued. "This is a talk show, Meryl, not an award speech." Meryl smiled. "Not warmly, not playfully. Then why ask questions you don't want fully answered?" she asked. The room went still. Joy raised her voice slightly. "I'm not intimidated by your reputation." "I would hope not," Meryl replied evenly. "Respect doesn't require intimidation." Applause erupted, loud, sustained. Joy's jaw tightened. "You speak as if you're above criticism." Meryl leaned forward now, her tone still calm but unmistakably firm. "I've spent my entire career being criticized," she said. "By men who said I wasn't pretty enough. By studios who said I was too old. By voices that thought women should be grateful just to be heard." The audience began clapping again, louder. Joy tried to cut in, but Meryl continued. "You're asking whether I abuse my platform," she said. "I ask whether dismissing voices because they're powerful isn't its own abuse." Joy's smile vanished. "This is my show," Joy snapped. "I won't be lectured." Meryl nodded once. "Then don't interrogate," she said softly. "Have a conversation?" Silence. The producer's voice crackled faintly through an earpiece backstage. Cameras zoomed in. Millions were watching. Joy exhaled sharply. "So you think you're better than everyone else at this table?" Meryl turned slightly, looking at the other hosts, then back at Joy. "No," she said. "I think I'm listening more carefully." That was the moment. The audience erupted into applause so loud it drowned out everything else. Joy sat back, visibly shaken. Joy laughed nervously, trying to regain control. "Okay," she said. Last question. Meryl waited. Do you honestly believe your opinions carry more weight than the average person's? Meryl didn't answer right away. She looked directly into the main camera. I believe responsibility carries weight, she said. And when you're heard by millions, silence becomes a choice with consequences. The audience stood. Joy's face tightened. She opened her mouth, then closed it. For the first time, she had nothing ready. That's your opinion, Joy said weakly. Meryl nodded. Exactly, and you asked for it. The music cue came too early. The show rushed toward commercial, but the damage was done. Off-camera, producers scrambled. Online, clips were already spreading like wildfire. Meryl Streep shuts down Joy Behar live. Most awkward moment in The View history? Was this a humiliation or a masterclass? Backstage, Joy sat silently, staring at the floor. Meryl calmly picked up her bag, thanked the staff, and paused before leaving. Discomfort, she said quietly to an assistant, is often mistaken for disrespect. The studio lights dimmed. The cameras stopped rolling. But the moment lived on, replayed, debated, dissected. And one question echoed long after the broadcast ended. Was Joy Behar humiliated, or did someone simply refuse to back down? The answer depended on who was watching, and the story was far from over.